If you're not a stranger to hard labor and elbow grease, then you're surely aware about the benefits of a good junkyard. For the layman, this is a place that practically prevents scrap cars with perfectly usable parts from just ending up in landfills. Many of them come with an amazing display of old iron and steel of all eras, particularly a very heavy supply of 1940s through the early 1990s, which is perfect for the cost-conscious restorer. So since one man's trash is another man's treasure, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and watch the video till the very end. It might be nothing to you, but your like truly is a treasure. Corvair Ranch. Corvair Ranch is known as the largest graveyard for Corvairs located at 1079 Bon Ox Road, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, United States. Actually, the Corvair Ranch Incorporated began as a hobby by John Golden in the early 70s. In 1975, Jeff Stonesfur became the owner and started working with Corvairs as well. Now there are over 600 Corvairs on the property. Everything for the pickups, vans, delivery panel, trucks, ultravans, 2-door and 4-door Corvairs, along with 6 tractor trailers full of heavy drivetrain parts are here. Soviet Automotive Junkyard Museum. Are you a fan of vintage cars? Then this next one will surely amaze you. The Soviet Automotive Junkyard Museum. This junkyard is located in Russia. In the United States, the transition from the late 40s to the early 50s brought rock and roll, wild styling, bright colors, and enthusiasm to the youth. And at the same time, the Soviet Union somewhat did the same. However, the modes of transportation were basic, sparse, and only for those with significant wealth. That is why the Soviet Automotive Junkyard Museum amassed a large collection of vintage cars for everyone. A marked junkyard. You ever wonder if there are junkyards for aircrafts? Then let me give you a tour to the town of Tucson, Arizona, where you can locate the biggest plane graveyard called the Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Center, AMARC, also known as the Boneyard. It's managed by the U.S. Air Force Materiel Command. AMARC is an aerospace storage and maintenance facility which provides a service to the Air Force, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, and Army, as well as other national agencies. And since the patterns that the thousands of airplanes create resemble skeletons and bones, the Boneyard is a suitable nickname. Many of the stored aircraft can be returned to operational status in a short period of time, and there's a continual process of anti-corrosion and re-preservation work, which keeps the various planes in stable condition during their stay. The Boneyard currently controls over 4,200 aircraft and other military equipment. Russian Military Vehicle Graveyard. In this next one, we'll get a little peek at Russia history via the Russian Military Vehicle Graveyard. It is an area containing a number of derelict armored vehicles, generally as a result of a war. It's located in Ukraine, where hundreds of tanks were used during the Russian-Ukrainian War. After the war, they were abandoned and neglected. Plus, when Russia left Afghanistan, there were a lot of equipment that was left behind. About 400 of these are silently located in a most secretive, closely guarded yard in the Ukrainian town of Kharkiv. However, in 2015, it was reported that the work of rehabilitating over 50 military tanks at the junkyard was complete. These old war replicas are quite fascinating. Supercar Graveyard. Lamborghinis and Ferraris offer ultimate satisfaction. They are often hand-built precise engineering marvels that are specifically built for speed. And since we all know the high cost of Lamborghinis, wouldn't you be absolutely thrilled to visit a Lamborghini junkyard? What would you think if I told you that Lamborghini has a junkyard? Well, we can at least show you this supercar graveyard. It's located in Dubai. The country is home to one of the largest luxury vehicle scrapyards in the world, and it's filled with supercars from Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, and McLaren. Apparently, during the global financial crisis, many people in this region just abandoned their cars in one way or the other for one reason or the other. Many claim that since passing out checks was a criminal offense that could end up as a lifetime prison sentence, the cars were abandoned. So these events have created one of the best junkyards in the world. Arizona Motorcycle Junkyard. Are you a motorcycle enthusiast? Do you belong to many motorcycle clubs? If so, then Arizona Motorcycle Junkyard is one location you'll have to visit when blazing through the Grand Canyon State. Located in Rye, Arizona, this junkyard is the biggest motorcycle salvage yard in the world. Ron Adler owns the salvage yard and has been religiously collecting old and new motorcycles, and now it has almost 500,000 bikes. Moreover, the better bikes on the junkyard have been guarded in order to prevent rusting. Aside from the various second-hand motorcycles available, there are countless parts that are still usable. There are a lot of giant motorcycle junkyards people can salvage parts from, but Arizona Motorcycle Junkyard will always be the best. Raz now Adhibu, Mauritania. We've given you junkyards filled with cars, motorcycles, military vehicles, tanks, and planes, and it's also a pleasure to show you a ship junkyard. Introducing the largest ship graveyard in the world. The shipwreck is located on the west coast of Africa, and it is the home of the largest ship graveyard in the world. It has over 300 giant vessels, many of them irreparable, rotting, and illegal. The first ship in the junkyard was a French Navy cruiser. But when people discovered that they could bribe the local officials by dumping their giant ships in the junkyard rather than paying higher fees to properly and lawfully dispose of these ships, it quickly became a ship junkyard. Submarine graveyard. If there are junkyards for cars, motorcycles, and ships, it is possible that there are junkyards for submarines. Yeah, you heard that right. A junkyard for submarines. The submarine graveyard is located in Russia. In the 1970s, it became a ship graveyard because back when the shipyards had a hard time keeping up with many orders, so no one could dismantle old submarines. This junkyard became massive during the Cold War period, when nuclear submarines were produced, and the old models were disregarded. Alang Ship Breaking Yard. How about the real ship breaking action? For our last entry, we'll see the real action of how ships are turned into pieces at the Alang Ship Breaking Yard in India. The junkyard is known as the world's biggest ship salvage operation, with hundreds of ships getting scrapped every year. It has transport ships, container ships, ocean liners, and supertankers. Alang Ship Breaking Yard legally salvaged nearly 7,000 boats and has become an official storage facility for toxic wastes, radioactive elements, poisonous gases, and unusable oil. And that wraps up our video. Are you amazed by these incredible junkyards? If so, sound off in the comments section below. Then hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for future uploads. Until next time.